The First Anglo-Maratha War, a turning point in British Indian history. The First Anglo-Maratha War, 1775 to 1782. How did a single war reshape British expansion in India and challenge Maratha dominance? The war was a crucial conflict between the British East India Company and the powerful Maratha Empire. Why did the war begin? By the late 18th century, the British East India Company was expanding its influence after the Battle of Plassey, June 23, 1757, and the Battle of Buxar, October 22 and 23, 1764. The Maratha Empire was one of the strongest Indian powers after defeating the Mughals in the early 1700s. The Treaty of Surat, March 6, 1775. The British intervened in a Maratha succession dispute led by Raghunath Rao, who sought British support to claim the Peshwa, the office of Chief Minister. Key battles. The Battle of Adash or Aras, May 18, 1775. The battle was between Raghunath Rao, the claimant to the Peshwaship, with 20,000 Marathas and 2,500 British troops under Colonel Keating, and the army of the Maratha chieftains, with 25,000 fighters under Hari Pant Funhay. The fighting resulted in the deaths of 96 British and 150 Marathas. Some reports said the British lost 222, including 11 officers. On March 1, 1776, the Treaty of Purandar, was signed by the Peshwa of the Maratha Empire and the British East India Company's Supreme Council of Bengal in Calcutta. The Battle of Wadgaon, January 12 and 13, 1779. The battle occurred when a British force of 2,600 soldiers, under Colonel Cockburn, retreating from Poona, was attacked by the Maratha army, under Mahadaji Shind and Hari Pant. The British beat off the attack and made good their position in the village of Wadgaon, but at a loss of 352, including 15 officers. On January 16, 1779, the British were forced to sign the Treaty of Wadgaon, which required the Bombay administration to cede all lands it had won since 1775. The British Governor-General in Bengal, Warren Hastings, rejected the treaty and said the Bombay officials had no legal power to sign it. On February 15, 1779, 6,000 British troops stormed Badra Fort and captured Ahmedabad. The Battle of Ahmedabad. On February 15, 1780, a British force under General Goddard bombarded a strong fortress, garrisoned by 8,000 Arabs and Sindh infantry and 2,000 Marathas. The British lost 106 killed and wounded, including 12 officers. On August 4, 1780, a Bengal detachment, led by Captain Popham and assisted by the Rana of Gohad, captured Gwalior in Madhya Pradesh. The Siege of Bassein. On November 13, 1780, a British force under General Goddard besieged the city of Bassein, Vasai, in Maharashtra. An attempt was made to relieve the garrison, but the defeat of the relieving force by Colonel Hartley at Dugar, on December 10th, had discouraged the defenders who surrendered on the following day. The Battle of Saranj. In this battle, the Maratha fighters, led by statesman and General Mahadaji Shind, had defeated the British at the town of Saranj in Madhya Pradesh. In February 1781, the British eventually defeated Mahadaji Shind at the town of Sikri in Uttar Pradesh. Following the loss, Shind proposed the Treaty of Salbai between the Peshwa and the British, which would acknowledge Madhava Rao as the Peshwa and provide Raghunath Rao with a pension. The Battle of Borgat, April 1781. Maratha forces, led by Parshurampa, Haripant Phadke, and Tukoji Holkar, had defeated the British forces at Borgat, between Kapoli and Kandala in Maharashtra. The Battle of Durda, March 24, 1781. This was a complete British success led by Colonel John Carnac. The Maratha fighters fled and left guns, ammunition, camp equipment, elephants, and a large quantity of grain. The war dragged on, with neither side securing a decisive victory. The Treaty of Salbai. This treaty was signed in May 1782 and ratified in June 1782 by Warren Hastings and in February 1783 by Nana Fadnavis. It established peace for 20 years. Terms: the British recognized Madhav Rao II as the Peshwa, and the Marathas allowed the British to keep Salsette Island near Mumbai. The war ended with no major territorial gains, but British influence in India grew through diplomacy and future conquests. Impact and legacy. The British learned that diplomacy was key in Indian politics and set the stage for further Anglo-Maratha conflicts. The Marathas maintained independence but became divided, leading to future Anglo-Maratha Wars 1803 to 1818. Long-term consequences marked a shift in British strategies, from direct military conquest to political alliances and economic control. The First Anglo-Maratha War was the beginning of a larger struggle for the control of India. Could the Marathas have prevented British expansion, or was their downfall inevitable? Like, comment, and subscribe for more Anglo-Maratha Wars.